here with wonderful maker of things, Jane Dunnewold, and we are talking about all things creative muscles. So we're going to build our creative muscles today doing what?
Well, I brought a few things to show you to kick off the discussion about whether you work spontaneously all the time or whether you do some planning. And I think everybody goes back and forth between those two things. And I think that both things are actually great because we can't really gather ideas without playing. But then once we've got the ideas, what could we do that might have some continuity to it?
Can I be a spontaneous planner?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure you can. I think actually it sounds like a paradox, but I think they go hand in hand. Because if we set a path and we stay on that path and we don't veer from it at all, we miss all those delightful side routes where we might learn something.
It's true. It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
In fact, I know people who are not naturally spontaneous who plan time to be spontaneous, like tell themselves, this is the time where I'm just going to let go.
There you go. It's like getting together with your friends, you know, or planning a date once you've been married a while. But what I've got here is an example. This is from Barbara Bushy. Barbara was struggling with how to develop a series because she was always playing. And she took a photograph that was of the field, and she did some stitching directly into the photograph. She transferred it to fabric, I think. And then, gradually over the next 6 or 8 months, she used that photograph over and over again until she got to these really, look at how abstract these versions of that are.
Oh, wow. So I can sort of see how these images are of a field, but these ones, I would never know that, and yet they're full of story and richness and all sorts of fun stuff.
And they're all connected to each other in a way that she might have to explain to us. But part of it is the process. You know, Don Henley said, you never saw a hearse with a luggage rack. So partly what we're after here is what it means to us more than what it means when you look at it and pass judgment on it, whether it's good or bad. Don't you think?
I do think that. I think that art is a conversation between the viewer and the piece rather than the painter and the viewer.
Absolutely. I agree with you completely about that.
So I hope you'll have a conversation with people about your art. Put it on out there. And that's today's Creative Strength Training tip.